Belief system, the thread of trust. A belief system is nothing more than a thought you have thought over and over again. Windire. If we say that the belief system is the key for success, then it will not be wrong. Psychologists sometimes uses this powerful technique of belief system, which they call placebo effect, where they use a medicine like tablet, which in reality is not more than a sweet candy. But the person consuming it has all the belief on it, and he or she starts healing too. And it is practically observed that the problem also gets resolved. So belief system can play magical role. Swami Vivekananda once said, "You can't believe in God until you believe in yourself." That means the creation of God. Hindus believe in existence of God, Christians believe in the existence of Jesus Christ, Jainis believe in the existence of Mahabir, and Sikhs believe in the existence of Vaheguru Sahib Ji. This entire planet is backed by the belief system only. We start devoting a piece of stone in the name of God due to belief system only. But it will be very, very logical to mention that there are number of evidences where magical things happen due to this belief system only. People who were living a disastrous life due to ailment or ailments have completely been cured due to their strong belief in God, that is the creator of all. They believed in their God and chanted that name by being truly dedicated and faithful. And during this process, they kept on chanting the name of their God in repeated mode and finally cured themselves. Here I would like to say that medicines have specific role to play, so it's better not to avoid the role of medicines. People are found to be cured only by chanting Om, Vaheguru, and different types of powerful mantras like Mahamrityunjay mantra, practiced in a spiritual country like India. There are plethora of misconceptions about it, which needs scientific substantiations. Alfred A. Thomas, doctorate in medicine from Paris School of Medicine, found that chanting sounds have therapeutic effect on the body. Chanting calms the body system and activates its natural process. It is found to be extremely helpful in getting rid of addictions like alcohol, smoking, and drugs. Marion Diamond, a professor of anatomy at California University, Berkeley, also confirmed that chanting is helpful in creating immune system. Even Dr. Alan Watkins, a senior lecturer in neuroscience at Imperial College, London, recently carried out research demonstrated that musical structure of chanting can have a significant and positive physiological impact. The chants are said to reduce anxiety, depression, reduces stress level, lower blood pressure, increases memory power, increases performance hormone level too. He also confirmed that during chanting, the vibration of the sound calms nervous system. Mantras repeated silently or aloud penetrates the depths of the unconscious mind and assists the body in healing itself. Desired health benefits can be achieved if we chant a particular mantra by focusing attention on the specific part of the body which is to be healed. The pure sounds of mantras can liberate us from fear, awaken our intuitions, and even repair our DNA. Yes, you are right, even repair our DNA. In nutshell, mantras help in psychophysiological healing. When you start believing, a powerhouse becomes active inside you and help you to convert your dream into reality. Your belief should be so strong that you get the same vibrations within you and then only you will see the expected results. According to Dr. Deepak Chopra, a renowned doctor and a motivational speaker, human body itself is a pharmacy. Whatever you think, imagine or dream, your immune cells are listening to you very carefully. So from now onwards, you need to be highly attentive and be selective on what is going to be your next thought. Science has proven that within a day we are exposed to around 60,000 thoughts. Yes, you are right, 60,000 thoughts. Sometimes same thought gets repeated about past events or events that can or cannot happen in future, and also on some illusions or so. It seems to be extremely difficult to control our thoughts because we keep on observing number of things daily. But we can build such a system around us where we can promise to keep our inner self all the times happy for no reason at all. No reasons at all. It seems really funny, but generally, in this materialistic world, all our emotions like happiness, anger, joy, resentment, and so like good and bad emotions are driven by external events only. That is, when we see a child laughing or watch some comedy happening around, we automatically switch over to the same mode. But opposite is also true, where even an unknown person uses bad words or and you lose your temperament or cool and get clamped into anger trap. This is really astonishing that any unconcerned and unknown outside force can easily influence and play with your emotions. Both placebo and nocebo effect can cause humongous change in the human life. In placebo, your mere thinking of getting cured produces powerful healing chemical inside your body. Doctors say that around 75% of the patients come to them are psychologically ill, and a sweet candy-like tablet is given to them to resolve their problem. On the contrary, nocebo effect can cause disasters too, where a person gets negatively charged and the results can be pathetic. So understand these two things cautiously and focus your inner self as the bullseye to find the source of inner happiness, where you will not have to depend upon the external forces to change your state of mind and emotions. Yoga, pranayam, and most importantly, meditation can do miracles. Feel the sensation of your body and you will find your inner self in the state of ultimate happiness and joy where there will be no space left for negativity. So whatever we do, the ultimate target remains the same for everyone, that is achieving true inner happiness only. It will be relevant to mention that our unconscious mind is so very powerful that whatever we speak, listen or talk, it starts believing it without questioning. It is said that our unconscious mind remains so very active just before 5 minutes of going for the night sleep. People have a tendency to go for sleep just after watching television stuffs or going through the destructive messages, videos, pictures over the social sites like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, etc. It will not be wrong to mention that in today's time, most of the stuff is based on theft, bribery, sex, murder, or so forth. Therefore, our unconscious mind is going to admit and accept all this as a part of human life, and that's why such heinous crimes are becoming part and parcel of the society. Utilize this time very wisely. If you want to be a CEO, that is a chief executive officer of a company, start imagining yourself as CEO of that company at this crucial time just before going to sleep. Your subconscious mind will simply accept and start believing this, and it will fill up with the impetus to deploy your best in order to be the CEO of that company too. This may seem to be a bit superficial, but it has a very, very strong impact over the thought process. Inculcate and imbibe the habit of being stubborn. Being stubborn can be a good thing. Being stubborn can be a bad thing. It just depends on how you use it. Willie Ams. Believe me that being stubborn is in good sense can create miracles. So just finalize or set your goal and stick to it till it is achieved. Generally people start things with a lot of courage and enthusiasm, but once they fall direct on the face, they simply give up. This is where obstinacy factor comes into play. Enjoy the freedom of thinking for number of times before you act upon. Don't be teasy, as repercussions will never be in your control. Whatever may be the reasons and however difficult may be the circumstances, just get up after every fall with double enthusiasm and energy. Passion is one of the main deciding force to make obstinacy as a habit. Doing something unwillingly can never accompany obstinacy. Passion never allows anything to come on its way. Make choices intelligently, and your choices will decide the rest. When intentions are clear, no one and nothing can stop from achieving the desired goal. Factually, passion and obstinacy go side by side. Dasrath Manjhi, popularly known as the Mountain Man, a poor laborer in Galore village near Gaya in Bihar, India, had broken the mountain single-handedly by being stubborn for 22 years and finally succeeded in carving a 360 feet long, 30 feet wide and 25 feet deep path through a hillock. And all this happened by using only a hammer and a chisel. This septuagenarian mountain man himself once told, "Jab tak todega nahi, tab tak chodega nahi." That means will not leave till it breaks. Now this is called perfect and positive stubbornness. This is not less than a miracle, and the story of mountain man proves this famous quote of J.M. Storm, that is, magic happens when you don't give up. Listen to very carefully. Magic happens when you don't give up, even though you want to. The universe always falls in love with stubborn heart. It's a fact that successful people also don't want to do hard work, but they still do it, and they even do it more than others because they know that for creating name, fame, and money, they will have to go extra miles. Condition yourself such that you generate the capacity to condition your positioning. Nobody can stop your way if you don't lose courage, enthusiasm, and optimism. You are your friend as well as your enemy too. Powers multiply exponentially whenever we are in creative mode. Learn the habit of being headstrong from a child who remains affirmed till his demand is fulfilled. In this process, he remains affirmed for his desires and always be ready to face the consequences too. Though results are not in his hands, but still he don't compromise with the genuinity of efforts. Being stubborn can be good and very inspiring too. Here is why. Stubborn persons persevere. They tend to be more decisive. They are not deterred by the impossible, and these people inspire others too. They don't quit or stop when it comes to solving problem or getting things done. When you believe in your ideas, it is fine to be headstrong and fight until the end. These people are more decisive because they know what they want and in which direction they want to proceed. They don't get deterred by impossible and possess never say quit attitude, which inspire others also to fight till they find a solution to something. Stubborn hearts always stand on their grounds without compromising their ethics or morals. After all, they have a resolute adherence to their own ideas and opinions. This topic can be summed up with Mark Twain's words: facts are stubborn, the statistics are more pliable. Dream big to act big. Your dream will define your destination as well as your destiny. Your dream will define your destination as well as your destiny. Here I am not talking about the dream you see with closed eyes, but the dream what you conceive and the dream which don't let you sleep and keep you tossing and turning till you convert all the headwinds into the tailwinds. American swimming champion Michael Phelps is an excellent example of the person who saw a dream to be a number one swimmer in the world. His parents sent him casually in the swimming club at the mere age of 7 years only, but Phelps nurtured a dream to be a swimmer by getting inspired from the Australian swimmer Ian Thorpe. At the age of just 15 years, he qualified for 2000 Summer Olympics, breaking the record of 68 years, becoming the youngest qualifier in the Olympic, though he could not win any gold medal in that Olympics. But he did not lose hope and start winning in 2004 Olympics with 8 medals, which includes 6 gold and 2 bronze. He has won 83 medals, out of which 28, including 23 gold, won by him in the Olympics only. You can understand the relevance of medals just by knowing the fact that India has won 28 medals in totality since from year 1900 to till now. Unfortunately, Phelps' wrist fractured just before 2 years from 2008 Olympics, and doctor told him that he could not use his hands with that much speed as he used to do earlier. Phelps now doubled his practice, and in 2008 Olympics he made history by winning 8 gold medals in all swimming formats. This is how Michael Phelps converted his dream into reality. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. So have the courage to dream big. Bigger the dream, greater the effort needed to transform it into reality. No dream is impossible to achieve. Even impossible is interpreted as I am possible. Life without dreaming is like starting a journey without any destination. And journey without destination means you are moving, but in reality, moving nowhere at all. American media actress, talk show host, and philanthropist Oprah Winfrey was a person who dared to dream big. She was fired from one of her first television job because the producer said that you are unfit for television. But because of a dare to dream big, she succeeded so big, and according to the Forbes real-time net worth ranking, she became one of the richest women in the globe with an estimated net worth of $2.8 billion. Yes, you are hearing right, $2.8 billion. She once said the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Only the dreamers can be the achiever, but you will have to do that everything which can convert your dream into reality. Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, were two Americans who had seen the dream to not only manufacture an aeroplane, a power flying vehicle with fixed wings and weight greater than that air it displaces, but to fly this heavy piece of metal into the sky too. This idea seemed extremely stupid initially and become a big fat joke of that time too. But they believed and nurtured their dream without worrying of what people are saying about them. They kept patience and never became adversely affected by the comments of the people. And finally, after believing on their capabilities, they made their dream a reality. People who convert their dream into reality are those who possesses the right mindset. Look at the life with the perspective that you can achieve anything, but always keep in mind that for bigger dreams, you will have to be ready to cross over challenging path too. If you can accomplish big dreams, why don't you go after them? Why you compromise to settle for small dreams? King of rock and roll's Elvis Presley enrolled at the Humes High School, and when he was in 8th standard, his music teacher gave him a C in music with remarks. Yes, C in music with remarks that you had no aptitude for singing. You had no aptitude for singing. On the next day of this incident, teenage Elvis brought in his guitar to prove his singing. His passion continued, and Elvis, without any formal music training, sold over 300 million albums during his lifetime and became king of rock and roll. You should be a big dreamer for the following reasons. Following your dreams connects you to the to your inner self, because you have a choice. You will be following your true calling. Your dream will come true. You will be open to possibilities. You will achieve more. It's the time, it's the right thing to do for the world. Ladies and gentlemen, dream is the voice of your heart and soul. It is like you have explored true purpose of your life. Nature is always ready to offer everything you dream of. Let's have the courage to dream big and have all the enthusiasm, perseverance, passion, and self-belief system to make it a reality. Author of Harry Potter series of books, J.K. Rowling was once fired from her secretarial job because she was spending more time working on her book at workplace. She spent 7 years in toiling away with her book and suffered through her mother's death, divorce, and living on government assistance, but she dreamed big and became one of the wealthiest authors in the world. When there is a choice to dream big or small, then why not to dream big? Difficulties will come and teach you lessons, so face the difficulties with courage and cross all the hurdles successfully. There is something which will provoke you to opt for easier path, but you will have to remind yourself that you possess everything to sunshine, but not to compromise for the shortest path. Believe in your dream and have complete faith in your powers. Nobody can stop you until you stop yourself. Personally, I feel this 5-letter word dream has a specific meaning. Big dreamers need daring personality. He is one who is always ready to put his best, always eager to learn things, have the ability to succeed, and person who is always holding the flambeau of motivation with him, that is the torch bearer of motivation. In order to dream big, inculcate and imbibe following things in your life as suggested by Dr. Lisa Rankin, an obstetric and gynecologist physician and author. Number one, articulate your dream. Answer this one question: what would you do if you took fear out of the equation? That's very important. What would you do if you took fear out of the equation? Timing is everything. Listen to your intuitions. Believe that your dream will come true. Make room in your life for your dream to come true. Don't be afraid to fly with the eagles. Work hard and stay focused. Be gutsy and take risks. Go with the flow. If at the first you don't succeed, try and try again. Nurture yourself. A dream has all the power to transform life. Dream is the productive outcome of the human brain where visualization and deep thinking works as the prime machinery. When you listen to your intuitions along with your fearless mind with 100% belief accompanied by gutsy attempts, you will definitely be in the process of dreaming and achieving something big. Dream not acted upon remains the dream forever. So every dream has the possibility to be transformed into expected reality until there is a strong impetus behind it. Be an eagle, not a sparrow. If you want to convert your dream into reality, the biggest lacuna is the fear factor which stops us to pursue your dream. Win over this fear, because winning is possible only when fear is defeated so badly that it never dares to knock your door again. Don't settle with small dreams, because achievers are not inborn exceptional people, but they are the people who create exceptions through their passion, dedication, and fearless attitude. When you dream big, you will achieve great things. You may even end up achieving more than you ever thought you could. Why 5% of the population is holding almost 95% of the wealth of the country while remaining 95% are working for those 5% wealthy people to make them even more and more wealthy? This is so because they dare to dream big. That 5%. This quality has created a 360-degree rotation in their lives. It is the result of dreaming big only that we are holding something unexpected like a mobile phone, airplane, pen to write, and so like unnatural inventions fructified by human mind. I have seen people who have faced difficult times used to live with a dream and no barrier could stop them to make it a reality. Dreaming big can be dissuaded by some, but you will have to believe in your dream and overcome all the hurdles. Only those can dream big who has the mental state like children, who are not hindered by the standard limitations. If your dream don't scare you, then it is not humongous enough. Believe in your dream wholeheartedly, because when we dream big, we become compatible immediately to make it a reality. Dreamers must have to embark on the quest of self-improvement. Only persistent dreamers recover from failure quickly. Time management is also a skill that is necessary for the people who are serious about their dreams. Therefore, don't be afraid to dream just because you might fail. It will help build character and give you the tools to succeed in long run. Coca-Cola CFO Kathy Waller once told very inspiring thing about dreaming. Dreaming is my way of thinking about what I want to happen without worrying about how it is going to happen. I fill in the blank spaces when I get there. Dreaming is very powerful because it excites you, makes you more focused, help you to be more decisive, right? Believe it or not, most of the people don't take action simply because they do not have anything or reason that exuberate them. Setting high goals and dreaming big will eventually excite you. Let's say if you set for yourself this month a sales quota of $20,000, you know in your heart it can be easily achieved with your current status, position, experience, knowledge, and even skills you possess. However, if you set your sales quota to $80,000 for this month, it will make you more exuberated. It will stretch you more, and you know the efforts you have sacrificed will eventually pay off. You might even start thinking of the things you want to buy, like a waterfall bathroom for your house, new sport rim for your car, or more money to invest in stock markets. When you are able to dream big, this is what it will help you to be not only a better person but a more excellent, decisive, focused, and motivated person too. Patience and perseverance, the two powerful engines of a successful life. Patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. Napoleon Hill. Patience is the ability to tolerate waiting, delay, or frustration without becoming agitated or upset. It's the ability to control your emotions or impulses and proceed calmly when faced with difficulties. But patience is not that easy to attain because the word patience is derived from the Latin word pati, which means to suffer, to endure, to bear. Once the legendary actor of India, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, was preparing for a shoot covering with him with a blanket was the demand of the scene to be performed by him, and that too in peak summer season. He was reading the book and without any air conditioner too. Actor and film awardee Mr. Anupam Kher was also performing in the same movie, but he was very much annoyed as the air conditioner of his room was not working. But seeing Amitabh Bachchan in such a get-up and that too without an air conditioner, he asked, "Sir, are you not feeling the heat?" Mr. Bachchan humbly replied, "When I think of the heat, it annoys me, and when I don't, it doesn't bother me at all." Nothing great can be achieved without patience and perseverance. Patience, in another sense, also means to be ready to face the adversities, and perseverance means to remain in the battlefield with full energy and not to give up at any cost. We are living in the country, India, with population somewhere around 1.4 billion. With less developed infrastructural facilities, even roads are not sufficient enough to give a smooth flow of traffic, and that too with encroachments around as a major challenge. We find big queues everywhere, and somewhere we have become habituated to bear all this with the patience as bestowed by the system. And unintentionally, patience is the unwanted gift to all the Indians. Most of us want to succeed in our lives, but are we ready to make the sacrifice? Avoid frustrations. And for this, you will have to keep on remembering yourself that the frustration can waste your efforts and can be poisonous for your success too. Keep on remembering this fact on regular intervals and take an oath to not allow anything to frustrate you. You might have heard of the scientist and inventor Thomas Edison. In 1914, a fire broke out in his lab. Unfortunately, machinery worth in millions and research papers were burnt in ashes. Hearing of this tragedy, his son Charles came for help but surprisingly found his dad, Mr. Thomas Edison, enjoying the leaping flames. His surprise doubled when Mr. Thomas Edison said, "Thank God, all our mistakes have been burned to ashes and now we can begin afresh all over again." See the stability of the mind. Developing patience brings with it so many benefits, friends. Number one, patience results in better decision making, helps to understand and appreciate the growth process, reduces stress level and makes you a happier and healthier person, helps in developing understanding, empathy and compassion. Patience has many benefits. Patience developing tips are given below. Number one, practice thinking before you speak. Practice delaying gratification. Fix a day where you make patience your goal for the entire day. In addition, the below points can be of some help in developing patience. Number one, at times we blurt out the first thought that comes into our head without considering the consequences. If we're patient, poised, and go over all what we want to say, we can avoid hurting or offending others. When you want to have second drink in desert or buying your 10th pair of red shoes, stop think about it first. Maybe you don't need it all and you can save yourself some money or add some added calories. If you have the tendency to rush around and try to hurry, want things done immediately, can't wait for the things to take their natural course, stop. Take several deep breaths before you act or make a move. For example, if you are in a long lineup at the grocery store in a heavy traffic, make the decision to pause and not get worked up. Do some isometrics. Listen to radio. Just enjoy the view. Getting impatient won't make the things move along faster. So why get worked for nothing? Make a concerted effort to take your time and think about everything you do. Be mindful and live in the moment. At the end of the day, observe all the ways in which you have made smarter decisions, go along better with others, and actually understood what took place. Learn to do it on daily basis. Developing patience is much like physical exercise because it requires persistence and efforts. If I had to select one quality, one personal characteristic that I regard as being most highly correlated with success irrespective of the field, I would pick the trait of persistent. The will to endure to the end, to get knocked down 70 times and get up off the floor saying, "Here comes number 71." Persistence is probably one of the most admirable character a person can possess. It is the ability to be determined to do or achieve something regardless of any setbacks. Bertrand Russell said, "No great achievement is possible without persistent work." Napoleon Hill had rightly said about persistent, which defines it thoroughly. The most interesting thing about a postage stamp is the persistence with which it sticks to its job. Developing persistence is a master's skill to success. It is easier to relax and do nothing or just live in a comfort zone rather than to face uncertainty and discomfort of sailing through our goals. But if you really want to create change in your life and achieve success, it is time to develop and master persistence by following recommended ways. Number one, keep a positive mental attitude. Develop discipline and habit. Identify your wants and desires. Build your mastermind group. Outline your definite action step and determine your motivation. Discipline is the bridge between goal and accomplishment. There will be a lot of hindrances that will stop you from moving towards your goal, and without proper discipline, it will not be easy for you to sail away. Upholding discipline and good habits can help you to stay in the course even despite difficulties. If you don't know where you are going, you will probably end up somewhere else. Lawrence J. Peter. Before you can develop persistence and eventually achieve success, you need to first identify your wants or desires. You can do this by simply writing down specifically all the things you want to have or achieve. List down all your desires and wants, no matter how impossible they are to achieve in the moment. Mastermind group composes of the people who can help you to succeed towards your goal. Choose carefully who you will trust as a part of your mastermind group. If possible, include only those who can give you unbiased judgments and have positive mental attitude. You can't afford wasting your time listening to cynical advices and pessimist people. Instead, they will drown your energy that can eventually lead to failure. Identify your wants or desires of what you want to achieve. Determining your motivation shows the reasons why you want to achieve what you want. Outlining your definite action steps is necessary to know how you will be able to achieve what you want. When you know how to get what you want, it makes it easier to achieve it. To know how, it pays to do some research and planning of what needs to be done on your part. Be specific on each step need to be done on your part. Identify at least 2 ways and plans on how you can achieve your goal. Motivation comes from deep reason why we want to achieve or have something. If you know why you are doing what you are doing, it gives you more energy to keep moving. For instance, you want to publish a book. Creating a book takes time and patience. If you don't have enough motivation, a reason why you need to publish the book, you probably can never finish it. But if you are motivated by the thought of influencing and teaching millions of readers through your words, only then you will keep pushing yourself to work on finishing the book. Courage to embrace failure. Confucius once said, "Our greatest glory is not never falling, but in rising every time we fall." During the success journey, there are all the probabilities that you face the undesired failure. Once you face failure, just embrace and learn from it and find out suitable solution, but restart the journey again after having such a wonderful learning experience. Success and failure, two sides of the same coin. That is, if you are not successful, that means you have failed. The most interesting thing about failure is that it clearly indicates that something went wrong and somewhere we were lacking in our genuine efforts. It reminds us to boost up and put more energy for desired success. Failure is only a battle which brings along learnings in the shape of experience to win the war. Those who ride over horses for the first time have all the chances of falling down, but the true warriors are those who identify their mistakes and keep on trying with double the energy and enthusiasm after every fall. Henry Ford once said, "Failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently." Those who stop trying after every failure are timid ones because they don't have the ultimate faith in them. Instead, doubly recharge yourself to try even harder than earlier, like American swimmer Michael Phelps, who won 8 gold medals in 2008 Olympic Games just before 2 years when he was having fracture in his wrist, and doctor also discouraged him by saying that now he could not use his hands with that much speed as he used to do earlier. Failure is a call to try even harder and correct mistakes in order to convert failure into success. But in present scenario, most of us lose hope and confidence to stand up again and fight the battle like a true warrior. Whenever we fall, it is needed to find out and analyze the causes of failure. And after finding and self analyzing the reasons, avoiding a recurrence of those mistakes in future and attempting with accurate approach are some key weapons in your hands. Success for sure is for those who know how to embrace the failure and take very good learning in order to stand up with more and more courage with all intentions to succeed only. During my school days, one of my classmates approached me with an interesting reason that his marks and interest in a particular subject are deteriorating. He shared the same with me with hope of some resolution. Fortunately, I was very good in that particular subject, so I assured him for group study for at least 1 hour daily. And within the span of 6 months only, he started feeling interest as well as focus in that particular subject, and that happened because he was able to understand it. But the magic happened when he scored good marks in that particular subject too. I could see the gratification for me in his eyes. Abraham Lincoln was so poor and defeated from his early childhood to young age, but due to his courage to embrace failure, he continued his dedication, sustained hard work, and interest in political matters, and finally elected as the 16th President of America. Finally, take failure as a milestone of learning. Thomas Alva Edison once said, "I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Healthy rivalry, a game changer. I am not in competition with anybody but myself. My goal is to beat my last performance. Celine Dion. Competition, an activity or condition of striving to gain or win something by defeating or establishing superiority over other. In healthy competition, fair means should be followed only. Winning through unhealthy means is always temporary, and most importantly, it brings one more thing complementary with success, that is notorious image. Boxer Mike Tyson bit off the right ear of opponent boxer Evander Holyfield during the World Heavyweight title match held at Las Vegas, Nevada on 28th of June 1997. This was such a hike of unhealthy competition due to which his boxing license was banned for next 18 months along with a fine amounting $3 million. Tyson lost his image so badly after this incident that another boxers also refused to fight with him. It won't be wrong to say that unhealthy competition can be extremely dangerous too. Healthy competition leads to success, good image, motivation, positivity, and strength to perform even better. While competition by using unfair means is for short term, whenever you compete with someone, always keep your intentions clean. Winning is important and brings name as well as fame only when it is without compromising the standards of competition. Criticizing others only channelizes negativity. So keep focus on yourself and always try to bring positive changes in you. Jamaican athlete Usain Bolt has broken his own world record of completing 100 meters in 9.58 seconds as compared to his earlier world record of 9.69 seconds. This is the true example of healthy competition. Look into the mirror, that's your actual competition. Because a flower doesn't think of competing to the flower next to it, but it just blooms. Unfortunately, since from very inception, generally parents used to promote unhealthy competition of their children with their other counterparts intentionally or unintentionally. Being more specific and throwing more light, I would prefer to mention 3 observed ways by which parents might be leading their children down a path of unhealthy competition. Number 1, let's race. We all have days when we want to motivate our youngster into action. However, suggesting to complete a task to win is the wrong way to do it. Usually, the youngest or the weakest child comes in last. This only makes the child feel more dejected. If you want to get your children to kick it in gears, that's fine. Just don't resort to racing. Instead, opt for a way to do something fast without being a winner. For example, let's see how many blocks we can pick up before this song ends. Number two, being a bad example. Most parents encourage their children to avoid selfishness and poor sportsmanship. However, parents can sometimes get caught up in the excitement and forget their own advice. They sit in the bleachers and heave insults at the children, referees, and coaches. Instead of being negative, offer positive suggestions. A way to go, nice head, and keep it up are all acceptables. If you are going to offer suggestions for improvements, make sure those are positive too, like spread out, bend your knees, let's work together. Competition doesn't end with game. Don't dwell on the final outcome. Instead, note how well your child performed, how nicely the team worked together, and how hard everyone worked. If your child brings the conversation back to the score, try to redirect to the overall effort or signs of improvement. Isn't it sound good? Number three, comparison. Comparing your children to another is a bad idea. Try to avoid even an occasionally like. Why can't you be more like your sister? These huffy statements are not motivational. Children will feel inferior and come to resent their siblings. Even if other child did not participate in the comparison, the statement alone is sufficient to form bad blood. Even if you try to put a positive spin on the comparison, you are still building someone up by putting another down. Your child will feel pressure to always be better than someone. You won't be boosting your child's self esteem at all. If anything, you will only boost his or her ego. Opt for healthy dose of competition instead of unhealthy one. Indian track and field athlete P.T. Usha once said, I never wanted to be an Olympian. All I wanted to keep breaking my own record. I never competed to defeat anybody. Encourage your child to offer his best. Focus on your child's improved skills and her positive interactions with teammates. In the end, your child will be more confident and have healthier relationship with others. Therefore, never try to be better than someone else, but learn from others and try to be the best as you can be. Some excerpts from Dale Carnegie's book How to Stop Worrying and Start Living are really worthwhile to mention as a true example of healthy competition. Let's find and remedy all our weakness before our enemies get a chance to say a word. That is what Charles Darwin did. When Darwin completed the manuscript of his immortal book, The Origin of Species, he realized that the publication of his revolutionary concept of creation would rock the intellectual and religious world. So he became his own critic and spent another 15 years checking his data, challenging his reasoning, and criticizing his conclusions. It's really amazing and something we can adopt in our lives too. Tear the fear from your life. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. Tim Ferriss. Fear in reality is self-creation of human mind. It is just a perception, thought, and state of mind. Have you noticed a crawling baby who simply starts playing with an insect or even an animal, while the same kid when grows up becomes so timid that he doesn't have the courage to even touch or go closer to the same insect or animal? Why is it so? This is just a state of mind, that is a thought or perception about something. From our early childhood, a thought is being sealed inside us like, don't touch this insect or animal, it will bite you or harm you badly. This implants fear inside our mind. It is widely been told, do whatever you are afraid to do. But I will say it a bit differently. That is, make a target to kill the deadly disease fear, and you will see that you are on the top of the world. And simultaneously, you will find your life transformed in totality. Because you may fear to swim, but Michael Phelps loved to do so. How? Fear is something the creation of our own mind, but when you see and face your fear as a simple and calculated challenge, your life brings laurels for you. Just face your fear to make it more dear. According to Dale Carnegie, do the things you fear to do and keep on doing it. That is the quickest and surest way ever yet discovered to conquer fear. Let's understand how the fear seeds up inside us. Actually, everyone wants to live a long and tension free life, but the biggest barrier comes in our way is a desireful life. This desire could be different for different human beings. That is, for some, desire is for having happy and healthy long life. For some, it is having lot of wealth. For some, it is having eternal love for someone, and for others, it would be anything else. Monk Shivananda, residing in Varanasi, India, was born on 8th of August 1896. According to his passport, he was orphaned at the age of 6 years, survived near starvation, and he is believed to be the healthiest long-living person, somewhere 125 years old in 2022. He shared the major cause of his long living healthy life being desireless and tension free life, and he could become such because of having no attachment to anyone and no desire for anything at all. Since he has no attachment to anything and anyone, so forth, he is free from all types of possible fears, and that is the root cause for him of having such a stress free, long, and healthy life. Because what you feel and think gets reflected in your physical appearance. If there is some stress or fear that roams around in your mind all the times and you feel helpless to deal with it, just do time slotting for this. Just fix a 15 to 20 minutes of disturbance free day every time to just think over the thing or the problem that have frayed you, and try your level best to find out ways to come out of it as a true warrior, in spite of thinking over of it throughout day and night to ruin your life. I would like to share a small story of capital punishment convict. Severity of the judgment spread with news like forest fire in the public. In between, scientists approached the government authorities to have the sanction to test one of their experience on this convict, and considering the requirements of the test and assured death penalty, government authorities given permission to experiment on physical body of the convict. The day of the experiment came, and scientists have intimated the convict that they are going to test the cobra, that is the venom king, bite on him. Just after informing him, they just blindfolded his eyes and inserted two safety pins to have a feel like cobra bite. Repercussions were really jaw-dropping. The convict expired within fraction of minutes, and scientists found a similar venom produced in his body which could produce after the cobra bite. Fear created in his mind of cobra bite, and that fear produced such a deadly venom inside his body. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't kill yourself with deadly fear of imagination only. Winners are ordinary people with X factor deep inside. Winning means you are willing to go longer, work harder, and give more than anyone else. Vinci Lombardi. Everyone wants to win, and there is absolutely no harm in having the winning attitude. But sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. So if I say winning is everything, that won't be correct. Rather, it should be like inculcating the want in you to win. Tendency to win is not alone, but there are other parameters like Smart work, dedication, persistence, remaining continuously charged, positively mental outlook, etc., which play a vital role. It is actually a feeling where the winner feels like rewarded for his or her entire endeavor. Respect and honor in the society, which are the byproducts of winning. If you really want to win, then start imagining success from right now only. Feel like you are being honored in the society and everyone is praising you and your family is feeling proud on your success or achievements. In layman language, winning is being successful by doing things differently. Motivational speaker Shiv Kheda has rightly said, winners don't do different things, but they do things differently. Therefore, whenever you start doing things in order to create your unique identity, then you are surely doing something to win. Arunima Sinha, former national volleyball player whose one of the legs had to be amputated below the knee after she was pushed out of the running train by some robbers in year 2011 while she was resisting them. But her spirit remained alive and she challenged all the notions of what it takes to be mountain climber and became the first female amputee to climb the Mount Everest. Arunima has proven the words of Jig Jiglar, winning is not everything, but the effort or spirit to win is. Some people say winners are born, while others say they are made. But winners have altogether appreciable qualities that separate them from many others. In nutshell, they are really unique as well as rare too. For being a winner, you have to do what winners do to succeed, and it starts with their habits and traits, helping them to navigate the hurdles of life. Everyone desirous of being a winner need to work on to imbibe following undermentioned qualities to be a true winner. Number 1. Winners are mentally strong people. Their winners know their strengths and flaws. Winners are really solid guys. Winners connect. Winners contribute. Winners assume responsibility. Winners listen. Winners retain their values. Winners are optimistic people. And winners seek support in other winners. Winners stay on the top by retaining mental acuteness and staying strong despite odds they are faced with. They would delay gratification and discipline themselves so they can succeed at what they do. True winners are the best at what they do. They do not deal with cards that they do not have. They know what they can take and cannot take. Such knowledge helps them to make decisions they can solidly stay with. Winners don't rely on luck or believe in accidents. They make their own destiny. They know that at the end of the day, what is required to them of them is not in the bits or parts. They are all in and consistent to the core. True winners know that victory is not about them, it is about everyone on their team and even people who cheered them on when they were fatigued. They connect with their team, their audience, supporters, even those who they have defeated. Michael Jordan has rightly said, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. Winners are not selfish people. True winners are always looking for the ways to improve their environment. They want to contribute and participate rather than just stand on the sidelines. They would do what is necessary to make sure their environment feels their impact or efforts. Winners don't shy away from the responsibility or the mantle of leadership. They would always step up to the plate and do what is necessary for the greater good of all. They do not make excuses or accept such. Rather, it is about taking charge and fixing whatever they find is wrong. True winners are not adamant or stubborn. They listen. They know the importance of adapting and swimming with the tides. If it doesn't object with their core values, true winners will listen and see how they can modify their way to success. What people will admire in a winner at the end of the day may not be their looks or talents. It could come down to their character and what they truly represent. What's their identity and what core values do they upload? True winners are not negative people. They know that things could do right if they stay on the course and develop the right strategies to tackle with the problems. They are believers in the possibilities rather than impossibilities. Winners know that to be a winner, you need to establish the right relationship with others who have a winning mentality. They seek support and walk in strides with people who recognize and can strengthen their cause. At the end of the day, what will take you from where you are to where you should be will be reliance on the right network of support, especially when chips are down. You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. Zig Ziglar. Inspire yourself every iota of moment. When your demon is in charge, do not try to think consciously, just drift, wait, and obey. Rudyard Kipling. An amazing meaning of this beautiful word inspire is incorporated in Cambridge Dictionary, that is to make someone feel that they want to do something and can do it. Inspiration awakens us to the new possibilities by allowing us to transcend our ordinary experiences and limitations. It propels a person from apathy to possibility and transforms the way we perceive our own capabilities. Therefore, inspiration is a powerful force which is not willed, but it happens. Whenever you inspire yourself, you are actually lighting up your fire from inside out, which facilitates progress towards goals. Inspiration is not the result oriented approach, but a genuine creative feeling or thought that many times lead to innovations and new improved methods in life. But inspiration is important if accompanied with perspiration. Addition saying support these two, that is, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Everyone has different tastes and choices. Set your goals properly, break it into small parts, prepare list of actions and plans to achieve the goal in parts, and finally to act with full energy and enthusiasm. Your inner voice is very important and it speaks the most powerful words. Master blaster Sachin Tendulkar disclosed that he was inspired every iota of moment by his brother Ajit Tendulkar only, and according to him, Ajit was the reason for which he started playing cricket, and most importantly, he wanted to become like Ajit first. After that, he was inspired from cricketers Sunil Gavaskar and Vivian Richards. That he developed his own style by consciously blending the defensive style of Gavaskar and ruthless style of Vivian Richards. Inspiration awakens us to new possibilities by allowing us to transcend our ordinary experience and limitations. Inspiration propels a person from apathy to possibility and transforms the way we perceive our own capabilities. A recent research shows inspiration can be activated, captured, manipulated, and it has a major effect on important life outcomes. Everyone wants to live a meaningful and successful life. That's fine, but how? There are some proven and tested ways to inspire others detailed as follows. Inspiring others by challenging them, by practicing integrity, by listening to them, by expecting the most of them, by being vulnerable, by sharing your influences, by taking a stand for what you believe in, by caring about them, by having the courage to change course, and by sharing the credit. Michelangelo has also worked out some simple ways to inspire people to their best. Be a good example. People watch what you do more than they listen to what you say. Be someone worth emulating. Care about others. People don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. Ask questions. Take a genuine interest in the people. Encouragement. Everyone goes through tough times. When you support people and encourage them through these times, you will be inspiring them to see the best in themselves and in the situation too. Be inspired yourself. Look for the people, ideas, environment, and knowledge that you find inspiring and motivating. Share from your own experience. You have more to share than to realize. Mind the rich experience of your life and share your wisdom from unique point of view. You may be one who can touch someone with your inspiring message. Be vulnerable. Be willing to share your failure as well as your successes. Others will relate to you. They understand that they are not the only ones with challenges. Be a good communicator. Increasing your ability to communicate effectively is a critical element for you to inspire others. Watch how you speak and what you say. Invest in your communication skills. Challenge people. Many of us have had teachers who at the times seemed more like tormentors than mentors. They challenged us to do our best and we were better for it. Practice carefrontation, that is careful and caring confrontation of others. Read. It may not follow that all readers are leaders, but certainly all leaders are readers. Stay informed. Share what you read with others. Tell people about books that have inspired you and share the knowledge.